Today on Eagle Nation News, Lauren Womack recaps last week's Prosper Community Picnic. How did the community come together for this event?
Brenna Gibbons highlights how local policemen commemorated 9/11. What unique way did they pay tribute to the day that the United States will never forget?
And finally, Nate Tompkins will join us in studio once again with information over the recently announced iPhone 11 and the upcoming PlayStation 5.
Eagle Nation News starts
right now. Good afternoon, Eagle Nation. Today is Thursday, September 12th. I'm Cameron Silva.
And I'm Christina Folsom.
Every year, Prosper hosts a community picnic for residents to enjoy a nice, traditional dinner with friends and family.
The mayor was there along with many children excited about the rides and attractions. Lauren Womack has more.
As Prosper grows and the community becomes larger, it is harder to connect with your neighbors. Each year, the town of Prosper hosts a community picnic to bring together the residents of Prosper and let them get to know their neighbors.
This was to get out the families in Prosper so they can mix and mingle and get to know each other. Our Parks and Rec department helped put this on. But we do this every year, try to make it a family type event for Prosper and all the residents.
This community event provided several activities, including bounce houses, a DJ, and rides, along with some great food.
So what's y'all's favorite part about the picnic?
The games.
Games?
The petting zoo. That was pretty fun.
What's your favorite part?
The bounce houses. That you get to have fun and dance and do many activities.
This looks like a great event you won't want to miss next year. Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Lauren Womack. Prosper.
The Trump administration is planning on banning most flavors and varieties of e-cigarettes in the wake of the problems they have been causing recently for users. Officials have stated they intend to reverse the youth e-cig use epidemic, as one called it, by clearing out flavors and designs intended to hook younger consumers.
National Suicide Prevention Week is next week. In spirit of this event, Hope Squad is preparing different acts of kindness around the school to hopefully reach out to those in need. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline created the hashtag #BeThe121, as in the number 1, to convey their message of suicide awareness and prevention. Slowly but surely, the weather is cooling down as hard as it is to believe. Casey Boston joins us with your fast forecast.
Thank you, Christina. Today will be nice and sunny with a high of 93 and a low of 73, which is perfect weather to go and support the JV and freshman football teams tonight. Today will be the hottest around 3 o'clock and will cool down later in the day. Looking into tomorrow, it should be partly cloudy with similar temperatures as today. This weekend should be nice and sunny with temperatures ranging from the 70s in the morning to the 90s later in the afternoon. So if you want to soak up your last moments of summer, take this weekend to do that before fall begins in just a couple of weeks. That's all that I have for you today. Back to you guys at the desk.
Don't go anywhere, because right after this, we will have information on the latest products from Apple and Sony.
Stay tuned.
We are open before and after school, during Eagle Time, and during all lunches.
We offer chips, candy, drinks, and also spiritware.
Come to the Eagle Shack!
2 days ago, Apple hosted a live stream revealing the new iPhone, along with some other Apple products set to release in the near future. Nate Tompkins is now in studio with more with your Talent Talk update, sponsored by Corbridge Orthodontics.
As the video game website Kotaku previously reported, the PlayStation 5 is on track to release in 2020. As expected, the PlayStation 5 will have more powerful specs, which will be necessary to match the graphics and improved storage needed for the next-gen games. It was confirmed that the PlayStation 5 will have a solid-state drive to speed up game loading and rendering times. As shown in a demonstration by Mark Cerny, the PS5 lead system architect, a game's load-up time which took 15 seconds on the PS4 took less than a second with the next-gen console. onto a product with the sooner release date, the iPhone 11 and iPhone 11 Pro becomes available to pre-order starting tomorrow, September 13th. Apple says the iPhone is made from the toughest glass ever in a smartphone with improved water resistance and overall durability. Apple has also added a new night mode that's designed to capture bright photos even in low lighting. But be sure to head over to our Twitter and Instagram and let us know what you think of the latest info regarding the PS5, as well as Apple's newest addition to its line of smartphones. Well, that's all the time I have for you today. Back to you guys at the desk.
Yesterday was September 11th, which is a very serious and memorable date in U.S. history. Anyone that was old enough to remember anything at all at the time can tell you exactly where they were and what they were doing when they heard the news of the terrorist attacks in New York.
I was not alive to witness it, but the stories I hear or the videos I watch on it never fail to leave me in tears. Brenna Gibbons reports on what two Prosper ISD policemen did to commemorate this tragic day in history.
This past weekend, many Prosper residents, firefighters, and even police attended a stair climb in Dallas to commemorate 9/11.
My experience with the stair climb, we were there to support the families of the fallen from 9/11, as well as our fellow officers and first responders, firemen that were there. So it was a good time. It was difficult, but well worth it.
My experience with the stair climb, it was a lot of fun. I've never done anything like this. Seeing those firefighters with full uniform, it was definitely motivating and something I thought I couldn't do, but if you put anything you put your mind to, you can do.
The stair climb was overall a really cool experience. It was both physically demanding, but also it meant a lot to everybody there. To remember the officers and firefighters and first responders that made the ultimate sacrifice in 9/11 just ultimately was an honor.
One of our very own officers had volunteered after the tragedy had struck.
I was a young man in New Jersey, and during that time, like so many of my friends, we wanted to do something to help. So the day after, we got with our fire department and went to the scene of the Twin Towers and assisted in any way we can. And a lot of times it was providing water to the first responders or moving rubble where we could. It was an experience that I'll never forget, and one that brings me back to the stair climb every year.
Next time you think about 9/11, think about the first responders and victims who were involved. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Brenna Gibbons. Prosper.
Now we send it over to Maggie Hale with your Game Time Sports Update. While the NFL kicked off their season this weekend, Antonio Brown wasn't that lucky, to say the least. After an altercation with the Raiders, he asked to be released from the team. While many were sitting wondering what Brown was doing and if he realizes he will never play again, the Patriots had a plan. The Patriots pick up Antonio Brown, and while he was not able to play for them this past weekend, against the Steelers, ironically, he was set for next week's game. Tuesday night, the news broke that Antonio Brown was being accused in court of sexual assault from his previous trainer. Many fans are now left wondering what is left for the team and Antonio Brown. If you want to hear more sports like this, be sure to tune in every day for your Sports of the Week. Let's take a look at the meeting schedule. Well, that's all the time we have for you today. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Christina Folsom.
And I'm Cameron Silva. Live long and prosper.